It was a Tuesday night, dead quiet except for the hum of the floodlights. I was on rotation near the southern bunker, the one everyone hated pulling shifts at. Halfway through, alarms went off, this piercing, metallic wail that rattled my bones. Red lights lit up the sand like blood. We were told containment would never fail. That was the phrase they drilled into us, over and over. Containment will never fail. But it did. The bunker doors shook, then bent outward like something was slamming them from the inside. I remember backing up, rifle up, heart pounding harder than it ever had in firefights overseas. Then the steel gave way with this deafening screech, and it came out. I wish I could tell you it looked like an animal, or a man, or something you could fit in your head. But it didn't. It bent wrong, moved wrong. Its skin, or what I think was skin, shifted like smoke and meat all at once. And the eyes. God. Too many, too bright, like staring into car headlights that wanted to swallow you. Men opened fire. I opened fire. The bullets didn't matter. They went in, but they didn't stay in. Like the thing just decided not to be hit. It moved through us, not around us, like we weren't even obstacles, just air. The screams it made, they weren't screams this time. They were words. Or maybe the pieces of words. Something about hunger. Something about home. That was the night everything I thought I knew about the world collapsed. I don't remember much after it broke loose. Just chaos. Muzzle flashes lighting up the sand, men shouting over each other, some of them getting pulled into the dark so fast they didn't even have time to scream. Then, silence. Not because it was gone. Because it wanted us to know it was still there. Watching. Reinforcements showed up in black vans with no markings. Not army, not marines, not anything I've ever seen before. They rolled out these canisters, spraying something that stank like ammonia and burned my throat. Whatever it was, it drove the thing back underground, or at least far enough they could seal the bunker again. By dawn, you'd never know anything happened. Sand was smoothed, shell casings gone, bodies disappeared. They lined us up, eyes bloodshot, uniforms stained with sweat and God knows what else. A man in a suit, not military, definitely higher up the food chain, told us flat out. You didn't see anything. You didn't hear anything. If you talk, you disappear. That's simple. And I believed him. Hell, we all did. Guys who asked questions got shipped out the next day. Nobody saw them again. We were ordered back to our posts that night like nothing had happened. Same bunkers. Same silence. But every time I looked at those steel doors, I swore I saw them breathing. I did my time, finished my rotation, signed the NDAs, and got the hell out of that desert. They moved me back to regular duty like nothing had happened, like I hadn't watched men vanish into the dark and bullets slide right through something that should not exist. But it never left me. The silence in my apartment at night is worse than the screams I heard out there. I keep the TV on, bottles stacked around me, anything to drown out that memory. But it's useless. When I close my eyes, I see the doors buckling, the sand shifting, the way it looked at me like I was less than nothing. They told us to forget. To bury it. But you don't forget something like that. You can't. Because once you've seen it, you realize the truth. We're not at the top of the food chain. Never were. And those things, they're still down there. Waiting. If containment failed once, it can fail again. And next time, I don't think they'll stop at the bunkers. So if this post disappears, or if I do, remember what I said. The desert isn't empty. It's full. I've never been the type to spill my guts online. I've seen enough shit overseas to last me a few lifetimes, and most of it I've buried so deep I barely even dream about it anymore. But this one thing, it's been rotting in me for years. I drink, I fight, I screw around, but nothing makes it go away. I was army, infantry. Did my tours in the sandbox, got the scars, got the nightmares. I wasn't a coward then, and I'm not now. That's what makes this so goddamn hard to say. Because what I saw didn't break some weak kid fresh out of boot camp, it broke me. And the worst part? I wasn't even supposed to be there. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong set of orders. Or maybe the right ones, depending on how you look at it. Ever since, I've been wondering if they set me up. I've kept my mouth shut like they told me. But silence doesn't erase memories. And now, every time I close my eyes, I hear it again. The screams. The way it moved. The way it looked at me like I wasn't even human. So yeah, I'm writing this. Not for sympathy. Not for forgiveness. Just because I can't carry it alone anymore. After my last deployment, I got shuffled around stateside for a while. Nothing special, guard duty, training kids, the usual dead-end bullshit they give guys who've seen too much and won't shut up. Then one morning, my CO calls me in and says I've been selected for a temporary transfer. No explanation, just a plain ticket and a sealed folder I wasn't allowed to open. The desert base wasn't on any map. Not one I'd ever seen, anyway. It looked like nothing at first, just chain-link fences, floodlights, and concrete bunkers squatting in the sand like tombs. The air was dry enough to bleed your nose, and the silence felt, staged, like the land itself was holding its breath. Orders were simple: stand guard, follow protocol, don't ask questions. The MPs stationed there weren't the usual breed, either. Hard-eyed, tight-lipped guys who looked at you like they'd shoot you for sneezing too loud. And the security? Christ. Triple checks just to get through the main gate. Armed escorts even for bathroom breaks. I'd been to bases in Afghanistan with less paranoia. Nobody would tell us what we were guarding. They just kept saying, stay in your lane. But I noticed real quick, all the heavy fencing and cameras weren't around the perimeter. They were around the bunkers. Like the desert wasn't keeping something out. Like it was keeping something in. First week, I thought it was just desert madness. Heat shimmer, sleep deprivation, my brain playing tricks. But then the nights came. I'd be posted up near one of the bunkers, nothing but the stars overhead and sand crunching under my boots if I shifted my weight. That's when I started hearing it. Not coyotes, not rattlers, not wind. Something deeper. It started as thuds. Heavy, rhythmic. Like something pacing back and forth below ground. Then came the screams. Jesus Christ. I'll never forget the first one. It wasn't human. Too long, too broken, like someone was trying to scream words but couldn't form them right. The sound clawed into me, made my teeth ache. I asked another guard if he heard it. He told me to shut the fuck up and keep my eyes forward. But I saw it in his face, he'd heard it too. We all had. Some nights there were movements. Sand shifting around the seams of the bunker doors. Shadows sliding across the floodlights, even though nothing should have been there. Once, I swore I felt the ground tremble under my boots, just for a second. That base wasn't guarding weapons. It wasn't guarding intel. It was guarding something alive. And whatever it was, it hated being down there.